Nerd could rise up. It could get elevated. Nerd could rise up. It could get elevated.
All right.
Nerdcore
We're
used to
off
be
for
just a made
another
up
episode.
word. MCs shied away from.
Yeah. Nothing clever today. I
Oh,
feel kind of poop. I didn't even play last night with the guys. And I was checking my Discord, and there's lots of crap being talked when a fella doesn't feel good.
that's what happens when you get sick.
And that'll learn me, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm. You feeling
So-
bad? Is your tummy feeling bad? You feel like you might?
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, fella. So, welcome to Every Man's Guide to Nerddom, where we are two 30 to 40 something year olds who talk about pretty much whatever we want. I'm Chris.
and I'm Kyle. And if you guys would like to be a part of the community, it doesn't cost you a dime. Join our Discord. Link is in the show notes down below. Below. Discord is free. Awesome little app for communicating with everyone. We have a lot of channels in there, lots of discussion going on, everything from Star Wars, movies, anime, ball sports, beer, Funkos, Legos, TV, you name it, we got it. On sale now for the low, low price of $0.00. It's totally worth it. Lots of interesting conversations and things going on. So join in there, be a part of a ever-growing community of like-minded nerds and sometimes not like-minded nerds, and you get to learn some cool stuff. So check it out. Awesome. Good times. Also, if you'd like to give me and Chris a hard time, or Chris and I,
It didn't matter. Just whatever.
whatever. I'm trying to vouch for education. Anyway, Chris and I a hard time.
Vouch for education.
Not vouchers. That's different. We're not doing
Oh,
that.
yeah, that's it. We
Yeah.
don't like vouchers.
We don't like that. But we both stream live and in person on the Twitch. Chris over there under Guyver Unit 01, GUYVERUNT 01. Mine is KSIG, K_SIG. We both try to stream every Friday and Saturday night on Twitch. Friday night, we do community games under the theme of Freaky Friday. Saturday night, we do a lot of indie horror games under the theme of Spooky Saturday. Spooky Saturday is great because you get to see Chris get scared, jump up, and land on his boys, on his huevos, right on the huevos. Yeah. Land right on his little
huevos.
sad little sack of Mantel mix every time. So come check that out. It's fun. We also try to stream through the week when we can. This is kind of my busy-ish season for the next few weeks until school's out. But and Chris is settling into other things. So we'll be back on schedule. Come ahead.
Yeah,
check
well,
it, hang out with us.
eventually.
Yeah. Also, make sure you hit whatever buttons are on whatever platform you're watching this on, so you can follow us and be advised when new episodes come out every Monday. Like 95% of the time, every Monday we release those. So check it out. Check out some past episodes. Hang out with us. Be cool.
Let's
One
talk
of
about
us.
let's talk one of us. Let's talk about the platform real quick. There was a change that was made this week, so it is no longer the Anchor platform. If you get confused, if you listen to us on Anchor, which is not a huge audience that listens on the web through Anchor, but if you do, it is now called Spotify for Podcasters. It was always under the Spotify umbrella. It was Anchor by Spotify, but they have changed the name to Spotify for Podcasters now. So if you hear that, do not get confused. Everything's exactly the same, just better at analytics. And we can actually pull in analytics from other platforms now, so they claim.
Nice.
So,
So
that's good for us.
check that out. Check that out.
Check that out. Who do we got with us today, and what are we talking about, sir?
Ben.
All right. And what are we talking
I'm going to do that every time now.
You said that with the same disdain as you do Chof.
Chof. No, we got Ben. Okay, hold on. Ben. Hey, buddy. We're going to be talking about Bad Batches.
Yes. What episode?
6 from season 2. I had a
Season 2,
moment.
episode 6.
My brain was like resetting. It's a foggy morning.
It is. So if we are a little foggy, A, I'm not feeling good. B,
It's just normal
yeah, it's normal.
for me.
3, it's daylight savings.
Oh my God. Yes.
So we're all screwed up right now.
We got no audio from Ben.
Nope, Ben, no audio.
Sorry, I'm muted.
We were on. Well, I thought you were just being
I
a
was-
jerk to Kyle.
I was
which is
talking
fine.
to my kids.
Oh, okay.
They're too busy playing Lego superheroes.
Can you blame him?
Hey, I got 3 games for $9 for them with all the characters. They're happy as clams.
They're gonna be having a great spring break.
Clams are happy until a walrus comes.
We've had, I swear, I think we've had 8 snow days in the last 3 weeks. I don't want spring break. Keep
We've
them at
had
school.
0 snow days in the past 3 weeks.
I'm all for him. So
Not
Well, our
me.
school-
Not anymore.
Our school district's goofy. Half of us live up in the woods, and so we've got 2 feet of snow, and then the other half have no snow. And they're like, "Why is school canceled?" It's been
buses can't
annoying.
get it. Yeah, if the buses can't make it, they call it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. I don't want snow days anymore now.
Like I couldn't get out of my driveway for a week and a half.
Ugh.
Ooh. There's your national weather report, folks.
Yeah.
From the
You should
Pacific
involve in
Northwest.
some huskies so you can do the Iditarod.
Mush.
Mush. Or hook up the
Mush.
kids and give them a bunch of pixie sticks.
Mush.
Mush. All right, let's get going. As much fun as you all love hearing us ramble.
Mhm.
Actually,
Yeah.
some of you do.
We got stuff to talk about.
We have
Very
interesting
cool
lives.
episode. Yeah, this is a cool episode.
This was a fun hour. So I was actually talking to it's the opening credits right now, but I was talking to Storms and B-Rob this week.
Yep.
We all agree this has been kind of a weird season for Bad Batch. Hasn't been the strongest starting off, but I think as it's progressing, I'm really enjoying it a lot more. I think it was with this episode I really started digging season 2 more, and then the 2-parter that are the next 2 episodes that were just kind of everything.
I just kind of feel like they broke a little bit from the whole arc thing, unless, like I said, I know we're like, what, 4 or 5 episodes behind on our review.
Right.
I'm just watching them not right before, but like the day before we actually review those. So I'm trying to stay on track with our show as of right now, because if I watch them all, then I'm going to forget by the time we go back to review them. But it does feel like they kind of, at this point, broke away a little bit from the arc. I'm still liking everything just fine.
Mhm,
I just, had those concerns like, man, it's getting more episodic, and it
Right.
does kind of feel like that now. Like season 1 was very big arc. All these little things were coming together really well and told a really, like, the whole season almost felt like one cohesive story, even though
Right.
there were little, parts. This one, even though it's super entertaining, is starting to feel like, I hate to use the term, but like Saturday morning cartoony stuff, right?
Yep.
Where you can grab any episode and you're good to go.
Right.
Because I could have watched this episode before episode 3 or after episode 4 or whenever, and it would have, to me, kind of flowed right. Like you wouldn't. There's some little nuanced things here and there, but
I
you
can
could
see
have.
that.
You can watch almost all of this out of order up to this point, and not miss out on a whole lot.
Yeah, I'm wondering if if you're familiar with Clone Wars, they released it all out of order.
Yep, they did.
So I'm wondering if
But-
there's something along those
Something going
lines.
on with that. So the only thing I can think about is it's just kind of they were showing just how scattered the batch is right now, and that's why they're doing it. I'm thinking way too deep into this, I think, but like up until now, they haven't had like a true purpose besides just one-offs from Sid. But now, starting with kind of this episode, we start seeing a more cohesive storyline because there's something that they're fighting for, because we already know that there's a little bit of disrest within the batch themselves, Like with Echo and Omega always talking about there's a lot of injustice in the universe right now.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, I could be thinking way too much into this, but and that's kind of where I was thinking of on that.
What it feels like is like, you know, the first season. So it's like when you play the first, you know, 10 or so hours of like Skyrim, and like, man, I'm getting really far in the main quest, and now we're doing side quests.
Yep.
And like we're about to go, okay, well now we gotta go finish the main thing hopefully soon.
But we have to have those side quests to get stronger to complete the story.
My whole thing. I had a whole thing, and he just shot my little feetsies up with me. Yeah.
Sorry, I'm that stormtrooper. Pew pew.
No, but you actually landed your shot.
Yeah.
Well, if you shoot a million times, you'll eventually hit something.
Yeah, all large numbers.
And that's how we all ended up with kids.
Yeah, it does. Oops.
Shot my shot again.
That's how it's
Sorry.
happened.
Oh God. Yeah, it feels like we're in side quest territory, which is also entertaining and fun because that's why you do them.
Yep.
But eventually, you want to get back to, you know,
main story,
the main thing. Where's the dragon? That's what we got to get.
Where's the dragon? Okay. Oh, let's do. We forgot listener of the week real quick too, and this will be a quick one. Banner.
Oh, Banner.
Because Banner has had some great insight into the shows lately on the Discord. So Banner's a good buddy of ours, longtime listener. So Banner, thank you very much, brother.
Thanks, buddy. Thank you, sir.
You guys can be listener of the week too. Just let us know you're listening. That's what we need to know. We need interaction from you all.
Yep, let us know you're at it.
Won't lie, I haven't listened to the last 5 episodes.
We've had a shitty guest on anyway.
Yeah, I would say
right, go ahead.
This is we're in a really transitional period here that it will probably really pick up later.
Yeah. Oh, it's like the Bad Batch. It's like the current season.
Yep.
So where are we in the Bad Batch? I see a spaceship and a droid.
We see them coming up they come out of hyperspace. And we see, Ben, do you know what kind of droids those are? I've never actually seen that model.
No, I would say they're like inventory type droids. Are they kind of like the ones from Kenobi that don't talk and just move stuff?
Like that big one? That one's different. Oh, what was his name?
You're thinking of the loader droid. Chris.
Yeah.
Like
the
Ned
yellow
9?
one.
What was his name? Ned? Or Ned B?
Yeah.
These guys, they're kind of like like droid extras. They're just kind of hanging out.
Yeah.
The Drextras.
Arbitrarily moving boxes. They're little space.
They're not astromechs. They're not protocol droids. Maybe they're protocol droids. Their protocol is to do inventory and move crap.
Wouldn't they all have protocol technically?
Technically, yes.
Okay. On technicality. They're all protocol droids. But
yeah,
we're at what is it? This is a one of the base for the Vanguard Axis.
The Vanguard Axis. It sounds right.
Yeah. We got any backstory there? Is this a new faction, or have we seen them?
I don't know of them. Ben, have you heard of them?
I have never heard of them.
So this could be created just for this part of the series.
It is. Looks like the only appearance is in the Bad Batch.
So
cool name.
Yeah. Well, I actually kind of enjoyed this faction too. So we'll go on and then we'll talk about that as we get a little bit more into it.
Carry on.
So, and Hunter comes out saying Sid said the Vanguard Axis is notorious for illegal smuggling. And they're just talking about it. And they're like, we're going to make the delivery. Echo, Omega guard the ship.
So it's a smuggling ring.
Yep.
Lots of smuggling in the galaxy. It's really smugglific galaxy.
These robots look like the little Nintendo robots with the little, like the original Nintendo ones.
Oh, yeah, I see it.
Yeah.
We do get a good look at the Batch's armor here with the extra color. Usually it's all dark and they're being all broody.
Right. I like this.
Mm-hmm. So it looks like
They're selling codes.
selling codes. Yeah, chain codes, forged chain codes. So now they're
Tech did, yeah.
So they're kind of getting into, they're diving into some slightly illegal. Would it be illegal? It's going to be illegal. They're selling
It's
to
illegal
smugglers.
because it's against the Empire.
It can't.
It's just a sick bird.
Mhm.
Sorry.
Just a sick bird.
Everything's illegal if it's against the Empire. That's
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
Well, they're just their mere existence and traveling around. I like how Omega's like, she brings up there's something off about this place. You're at a base of smugglers.
Of course there is.
We
And then
cannot
Echo
attribute
was
that
like-
to her unknown force sensitive powers at all of perception. It's just, no
Right.
shit, Omega. Like it's kind of sketchy.
Oh, you're the greatest clone of us all, Omega.
Mm-hmm. Good
But
job,
then
Clone
if she's-
Obvious. Yeah.
Clone obvious. But then she's sitting there as Echo goes back and he's like, I'll check it out. And he runs off like a little cyborg bitch
With his little nubbin.
with a little nubbin. We hear some Wookiee calls.
It's different
and-
than cat calls.
It is different than cat calls. Ben, how does it sound?
He's
All right, thank you, Ben.
He's
What?
building up for it.
I'm
Who's
sorry,
really
guys.
focused
It's
on the episode.
freaking early.
It was. Yep. So you guys got to remember, Ben's 2 hours behind us.
Mhm.
So technically, he woke up at 7 a.m.
Good for him. You're gonna
Well,
have a good day.
technically, I woke up at 6 a.m.
Oh,
I
yeah.
watch-
Oh, you were watching soccer,
Watch British
Football.
soccer, football.
football. Well, that's your own fault, sir.
It does help with time change adjustments, but it's just freaking early now.
Yeah. No, and I don't blame you. So we hear the Wookiee calls. We asked you to do a Wookiee call, but the time has passed.
Oh, there
No,
it is.
too late.
Yeah,
Too
we
little,
can't do it
too
now.
late. No. No.
Now you know how my wife feels when she asks me questions. I'm like, huh?
That's what it's like.
It's not
So-
selective listening. I'm quite just zombified.
We can tell. But we hear the Wookiee roaring. Omega goes check it out, and then we see this little Wookiee getting jackassed by the two droids. When I say jackassed, if you watched, I think it was Jackass.
Dun, 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 dun,
Three.
dun, dun.
Yeah, it was when they did Electric Avenue with the cattle prods.
Mhm.
That's kind of what I'm saying. I can see this Wookiee going.
Those things hurt. Not gonna lie. You ever been popped
But
with
you-
one?
No,
Yeah.
no, that's no. Why?
Why?
Why? I've been hit with them before when like working cattle. Like
Okay, that makes
it
more sense.
sucks.
I thought you were just saying just for
Oh.
fun.
Yeah,
No,
I was
no.
gonna say, did you
Well,
go pee
it
on an
wasn't
electric
fun on-
See,
fence
Ben
too?
thought the same thing.
it wasn't fun on my end. I wasn't expecting it. But you get
Made
like
me-
a couple of people together that, and I think I was like a teenager, and you get like, here's some electric shock sticks. Don't use them on each other. Yeah, it's gonna happen. Then you get
Well-
into
Well, get right there.
then you get right into the cattle prod fight. Just pop, 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 pop.
It all starts with peeing on electric fences.
Have not done that. Knew better there. So
I don't recommend it.
are we syncing? I can't see anything. I got a swirly loading thing with Omega behind a box.
Yep, no, that's where she is.
I've got Omega,
Okay.
Omega behind the box, but I'm hearing everything twice.
Weird. Maybe
Could
Disney
be.
Plus is crapping out on us
Yeah.
again.
And then the two droids are like, "Do not interfere with Vanguard business." And the Wookiee jumps up, does this amazing little Jackie Chan kick. Cattle prods one of the droids, and then we,
Omega takes out the other one.
yeah, with her bow.
She's quick on that bow now.
She's getting really good
a lot
with it.
better.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she's
remember
been
when she
practicing.
couldn't first season? She couldn't even really pull it.
Yeah.
Been practicing a lot.
She has been practicing.
I bet she's got some of those little dummy safe arrows, and she just shoots Wrecker all the time with them.
They're Nerf arrows.
And he's like, "Oh, I'm a target."
Oh, Macho Mix. But then we get a close-up look at the little Wookiee and little snaggletooth Wookiee.
You guys have seen him before.
We have, but I don't think you really. Ben, did you know who it was right off the get-go?
Straight away.
Did you?
Yeah.
Because
straight
I
away.
had
was
a
like,
suspicion who it was, but I wasn't 100%.
Ben knew because he's smarter.
Well,
Ben's smart.
I watched this episode and then I went back and watched the 3-arc loop of Clone Wars.
Just to
Season
confirm.
5, episode 6, 7, and I believe 8. I think it's 3-arc.
Just to confirm.
Just to confirm, and I mean, it's a great episode. It's a great little mini plot.
Right. So, who is the Wookiee, Ben?
His name's Gunji, or Clone Wars, Ahsoka calls him Gunji, but Gunji.
Omega.
Yeah, he's a Force-sensitive Wookiee Padawan that has clearly survived Order 66.
Which is nuts because most of those younglings didn't.
Yeah.
Maybe he was on spring break.
Yeah, he must have gone on holiday or something.
Yeah.
He went to Wookiee Padre Island.
I don't know who his
Padre Island.
I don't know who his master was, but that would be
Did it ever
interesting to
tell?
find out.
I don't think it ever told.
Let's see if I can find out. You guys just keep talking.
Okay.
Who was? Jeez.
Okay. So Omega's rounding the corner with these containers, and she's about to get shot by this droid, and Gunji jumps onto the droid and like cattle prods him to the head. And she keeps saying, you got to go before they find you. And he's looking through this little lost and found box from daycare, Wookiee daycare. And Echo walks up. And what does he say there? Because I went too far back. He said, Omega, let's go back to the ship. And Gungi starts growling at him. She's like, he's okay. He's a friend. And he runs off. And Echo's like, just wait. And she's like, no. The droids are after him. We got to go help. He's like, all right.
Gunji definitely went through something during Order 66, though, with his reaction to a clone helmet.
Yep. Oh, 100%. He probably watched them kill everyone.
So he definitely wasn't in the temple then when Anakin came and just slaughtered everyone.
He could have been.
There were clones in there, but...
Yeah, but he could have been. Reva was in there.
Anakin was the one that clearly went after the younglings.
That's true, but the soldiers were there, as we saw in the flashback from Kenobi from Third Sister. So I guess that would kind of be, that's canon.
Mm-hmm.
I can't find anything on who his master was.
Neither can I.
Other than him just spending time with Ahsoka and some time with Yoda. What you saw from those prior episodes.
No one wanted Gungi.
Aw. Poor little fella.
No one can speak Wookiee.
So, over the comms, the other droids are sitting there with the rest of the batch. They're verifying the codes. And then all of a sudden you hear this, we have a situation. I didn't notice this first go around, but the droid that's doing the counting, he's got thermal detonators on his holster there on his chest.
Just in case.
There's like 4 of them.
Better to have them and not need them and not have them.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's.
And I'm glad that they put a built-in target onto his head too.
Oh yeah.
The crosshair right there.
Hit that. Yeah. That blue crosshair.
Yes. But I like how the droid has no facial features, but you can see him after they go, we have a situation. He just immediately drops, the comm and looks up at Hunter.
Mm-hmm.
And Hunter says, do we have a problem here?
They do a very good job of, not just this, Star Wars in general. being able to convey emotion and reaction and all this stuff that you would normally convey via facial features through droids. I mean, Mandalorian does it amazing.
Yep.
I was going to say
Uh,
the exact same thing.
Yeah, like it's just awesome that like you just know, and
Yeah.
that's maybe more credit to the live action stuff because that's got to be harder to do with the animated. You can like, okay, well that doesn't really look like, and you can just kind of keep redoing it and make it work. But just in general, anything with a helmet on or where you can't see the face, like they do an amazing job of conveying.
I agree.
Emotion.
Yeah.
And I never even thought about that. So
Mhm.
good
I'm curious
point.
if that's why with Tech that they have his eyes exposed because he's so like robotic in a way
has
that
no
they need
emotions
just
anyway,
a
yeah.
little
Ah.
bit with his eyes.
Yeah,
That
he
makes
does,
sense.
doesn't he? He doesn't really smile. His eyes just get bigger.
He's like, well, most of these pieces from the last episode, most of these pieces could have stayed at the junkyard. And, like,
He's the clone Sheldon, is who he is.
He
Yeah.
is. He really is.
Zinga.
Bazinga. As the droid runs off, speaking of Tech, he goes, the cause of the commotion is either Echo or Omega. Then he goes, most likely it's Omega. Like, I died at that part.
I'm pretty sure he's clone obvious. Not
He's clone obvious. Well, yeah, clone curious. So
You're
Wait,
clone
that way.
curious.
That's a
curious.
rabbit hole we don't want to go down.
no, we don't. Don't clone cancel us. So on the comms, we hear this, Hunter, we need backup now. And then you hear the growl, and then you see the
The worst Power Rangers ever.
All you have to do is shoot one of those thermal detonators,
And they're gone.
everything goes boom.
Well, notice all the droids look the same except for him. Well, no,
Well, there's a few
they're
different
like
colors.
Daleks. Like there's the blue one, and then there's like the yellow.
There's a red one too.
The red one's gonna die first. That's the
Mhm.
one that watches Star Trek in this universe.
That's the
Should
spot.
die first.
It is. That's why he's gonna die first.
Mhm.
So he tells the drones to start moving forward, and they start moving forward. And then one of the blasters gets knocked out, and you see Hunter back there. And the blue one tells him, you better get out of here, or else we'll do this. Omega yells at him, leave him alone. And here's where you hear kind of the motivation behind why they have the Wookiee. The Wookiee is worth a great deal to our buyer. So we know that they are Wookiee trafficking now.
Mhm.
Which, I mean, just in general, Wookiee pelts are worth a lot.
Mm-hmm.
But
The
now,
Trandosians love them.
yeah. But now you've got
What'd you say, Ben?
Said the Trandosians love them.
Oh, the Trandosians do love them.
That's
Yeah.
like their
They're
favorite
opposite
species to
moons.
hunt.
Yeah.
But now we're going to see why he's worth so much. Well, I mean, you guys already know. I mean, we like lay out there who he is. But yeah, if you didn't know, like me, then you'll see. I was like, ooh, he's
and
going to do the
blue
thing.
one, on the blue one, you see this wooden handle, and then you see Gungi reaching out his arms and then pulls it back. He force pulls it, and it's a lightsaber.
Mm-hmm.
Can you go back to where he just catches it and lights it, and they go back to Hunter? Or can I control this too?
You can.
Good.
Well,
Here
Okay.
it is.
okay, so there's where he's grabbing it. You guys following along? We're at about a minute 5:39.
Omega's looking at him curious, but then it flashed to Hunter, and you can see he's just like taken back, like, oh
He's a
crap.
Jedi.
Mm-hmm.
And they instantly open fire. There's no need any communication.
Yep. And you got Wrecker doing Wrecker stuff.
This is far more important
Wrecker!
than whatever Sid sent us on.
Yeah.
So,
they
okay,
fight.
I loved that animated scene where Gungi jumps over, and then he kind of assesses the situation, and his face is just outlined by the glow of his lightsaber, the green lightsaber. I just thought that was just so well done animation wise.
There's so many like just little quick scenes that if you pause them just right through this whole series that look really good.
Yeah.
And
Oh, yeah.
it's like that's we talk about attention to detail a lot with this series, and that's something like, unless you pause, it's only going to be there for like a brief second.
Right.
It's not a long lasting thing, but it's just they're always really well done, sometimes super powerful. Just amazing attention to detail.
Well, and also, later in the episode, I think we get a little bit more insight into this. But why would he look back after clearly they've gotten a breakaway? There's something back there that he's force sensitive to, because in the book series, The High Republic, there's another Wookiee Jedi, and he's very strong to empathetic. Like, he feels everyone's emotions around him.
Mm-hmm.
And I wonder if there's something or someone that's still in the boxes or the crates that he could be like,
I can see that.
but I can get out of here now.
Or it's just Wookiee
Nope.
pieces.
And I wonder
Yeah.
if it comes back later.
Maybe.
I could see that though.
It'd be an interesting thing, I think, to explore, I guess.
No, I love that. Okay. Where are we here?
We're running to the Marauder.
Basically, yeah, they're just running away now.
Yep. And he, that side could be like leaving something behind, or he still doesn't trust him because they're clones.
hmm
Like he knows,
But he trusts
Yeah.
Omega.
he does trust Omega. Saved his widow Wookiee wife. So now we got them. They're on the ship. They're getting away, and he holds up to himself back there in the back, fetal position, even.
Mm-hmm.
They of course they recognize. He's scared. He's all alone. Doesn't know what's going on. Doesn't trust anyone. Omega.
Would you at that point though?
No. Which I don't in general anyway. But like,
Which is true.
yeah, better safe than sorry. But
Bastards.
he Omega does the empathetic thing, like, well, he's just hungry. And then Hunter explains everything like, we're not like the other clones, because he knows that's probably a big part of why he's being extremely standoffish. And he doesn't totally.
Do you think that that's how Hunter explains, like, on Clone Tinder? Like, I'm not like other clones.
Not like other clones.
I'm not like other clones. And then, like, one of the clones is on, like, Clone Grinder.
There's just like all of his profile pictures are him with his helmet on, like flying the ship, but he like takes them from like here, like at different angles.
There's a clone thirst trap of Wrecker, and he just only has the helmet over a certain part.
You don't know how to keep your helmet clean. And then it's just
caption it. Do you want some Mantel mix?
oh god, that could be a whole thing.
Yeah, I know our next picture.
God.
Okay, so
Bad Batch Tinder thirst traps. Yeah.
Oh, that's great. Okay, go on. Explain this part.
Oh, yeah, okay. Well, because he trusts Omega, after she gives him the space lunchable, he's a lot happier and starts to kind of come around a little bit. They kind of figure out his name. He's still, Wookieing at them. How do you pronounce their language? 'Cause I'm going to butcher it, Ben.
Pronounce what?
How do you pronounce it? The language they speak.
Shriwook.
Sure you would. There we go.
Lots of Y's, lots of I's.
Lots of Y's, lots of I's. Yeah, that's where the crap. I can't do it. Never mind. I messed it up again. Not properly hydrated.
Not hydrated.
Mm-hmm. And so they make the decision to returning home. They've been there before, and they're aware like there's probably outposts everywhere.
Oh,
because
100%.
yeah, don't really know if the Empire's totally aware of his existence, but I'm going to assume that's probably who the buyer is. That's what they were talking about earlier at the outpost, that is worth a lot to their buyer, and so I think the Empire's aware of his existence at this point.
I think he is.
Mhm.
That has to be. I mean, it would make sense in the grand scheme of things.
Yep. Now they got readings as they were approaching the planet. What was there? Was smoke and something else. So they knew like bad things
Smoke
were going.
and deforestation.
Yeah, bad things going on. So last episode we got some really good like Raiders of the Lost Ark references, all this. Now we're going full Fern Gully with
The last Wookiee rainforest.
yeah, yep. Got to have the Robin Williams bat. What was his name?
What was his name in that?
Oh my god, he was great
No
though.
idea.
Get some good musical numbers thrown in, pop culture references. It'll be great.
Now Kashyyyk gets the Empire strips it. They imprison all the Wookiee. They strip the planet of its resources, basically. So this is definitely, we're at the beginning of the Empire's rule here. So it's kind of interesting to get a deeper look into the planet and other creatures that inhabit it.
See it
Absolutely.
in the before times.
Yeah.
When was the last time we saw this planet?
Kashyyyk would have been episode 3, so like just at the beginning of.
Did we see it during the Clone Wars TV show at all?
I thought we saw it in Rogue One. Did we not see it in Rogue One?
It wasn't in
No.
Rogue One.
Where were they at?
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I thought that. Okay,
Where they stole the plans from the Death Star and Andor was trying to kill Jin's dad. That planet?
No, that's a completely different planet.
No, it is. But I think that's what Kyle was talking about.
I thought they
and-
recruited several Wookiees in the fight. Was
I
that
don't
Rogue One?
remember any of that. No,
on.
did
No,
you?
Rogue One, it's
Is this
all
your fan fiction?
Maybe.
Your woke fiction? That would be a great do pulp fiction except for with Wookiees.
Okay, maybe it wasn't Rogue One. What am I thinking of then?
We don't know. What am I thinking of? We don't know.
I don't know. Where?
knows.
Man, I can't remember what movie it was from.
Mantel mix?
Was it in Solo? Maybe it's in
Was it
Solo.
Mantel mix?
Was it Mantel Mix? I just got a
No.
mental image. I still just remember them fighting on a platform. There's a lot of Wookiees.
Yeah, and the Revenge of the Sith or
Mhm.
episode 3 movie.
No, it was
That's-
very recent. It was in it wasn't. When was it? It wasn't in the new trilogy, but I thought it was in one of the spin-offs. I don't know. If you guys out there know, help me because I'm lost.
I like how you just called for help.
Please, somebody.
Somebody read my
This
mind.
is gonna bug me all friggin' day too, so I won't be able to
Until you
remember.
figure it out.
Okay, so we see what did we see? Oh, yeah. Burned down hut.
Yep.
And
Yep.
so I guess that was that his home, or did he just find one that was burned
No,
down?
this was the only outpost that they knew of on Kashyyyk, so that's why they flew in there. But
Okay.
important thing that we missed was when they first landed, there were massive spiders and spider webs.
Yes.
And the batch
Yeah.
instantly is like, that's a threat, let's shoot it. And Gunji's like, if you do nothing, they'll do nothing.
Just walk away.
Just walk away.
What are those called? Venomore? Is that what those?
That sounds right. That sounds right.
I think so. I'm gonna look them up here again. Carry on.
Okay.
Venomore, Star Wars. Bensenor. No, that's not it. I got
That's
nothing.
definitely not it. Okay. Look. Okay. Where were we? Here we are.
So they approach. They find a one of the tanks, one of the flamethrower tanks.
And Gungi goes after it.
Mhm.
And he is doing what Padawan should and deflecting the laser fire.
Very, very, very good fighter. This one. Frees the other Wookiee prisoner,
Mhm.
and we got another really good battle scene. We get to see the Bad Batch doing Bad Batch stuff. Lots of shooting, lots of fighting. They have
Lots of Trandosians going down.
going down.
I hate Trandosians.
Downsions? No. I can't make it work. Anyway. Yeah, basically they kick all their asses collectively. Take them all out, take over the flamethrower tank, and clear out the threat. So a really just so much action in this.
There's a ton going on.
Yeah.
So much.
That it's just cool to watch all the visuals. Start digging. What were they having them dig for? I missed that.
Put out the fire.
Oh, put out the fire. Yeah. Pee on it. So
Be on it.
I was waiting for somebody to
Well,
call
I mean,
that out.
technically that's what we did in college.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And then, Gunji just wore out, tired. You see he's looking around, just taking it all back in. And sad. He's sad for his planet.
He's sad.
He's like just a little weeping Wookiee. Sad if you put trash down on the side of the
Trash
highway.
On the space highway. And then you come to find out he's not actually a Wookiee at all.
It's actually West Studi. Okay, so
That's a little Native American
Yeah.
humor for those of you who
bet
understand.
you didn't think I knew that, but I did.
No, I knew you knew that. You're Native.
Yeah, a little bit.
Oh, we all have Native in our families.
Mhm.
You're Native. You're
Nope.
not, but you have Native in your family.
Yep.
We could probably do a whole thing on West Studi, actually. But anyway,
100% we could.
so
I
they
wonder
make
if we
it.
could get him on the show.
Probably not.
Probably
I
not, but
don't
it's
think
fun
we
to
could.
say.
I don't think we could.
No, I don't think. I think he's got better things to do, like clean his toilets.
Never mind. So
I know where you were going.
I was going to, and I'm not going to on the off chance that. Never. So they find the village. He's returned home to his people. Oh, Gunji.
Yay!
Yeah, they so okay. So here's the things. The cat, a sword thing. What are they riding? Did we ever?
Those are called Malayas.
Malayas.
Malaya?
Malaya.
MYLAYA.
It's like a tiger crossed with the
It's got bat ears.
spitting dinosaur from Jurassic Park. With these little
I think they're kind of cool looking.
Oh, they're awesome.
look like a World of Warcraft mount. Like that would
Oh,
be.
they do, don't they?
Not saying that I condone any World of Warcrafting, but
We do.
man, I tried it.
I feel like Dave Filoni has a lot of he brings in a bit of his Avatar The Last Airbender with his creature combinations.
That does
That, yes, it
yes.
does.
It is very Avatar-y.
Because Dave came from Avatar.
So probably just
And
eating up the chance to do this on this planet because it works.
mhm.
It's almost an Avatar episode. We're really close to it.
Yeah.
Which was basically big budget Fern Gully. Let's not lie.
One
So-
big budget Ferngully.
Mm.
Prove
You're
me
not
wrong.
wrong. It's still hilarious though.
Avatar is Fern Gully.
Wrecker comes out with little fairy wigs and that little dress. All right.
So clone troopers arrive.
Mm-hmm.
They notice lightsaber marks. It's like, that shouldn't be there. We should tell somebody.
We should report it.
Mm-hmm.
And then
See
what's
something,
the,
say something. We need an adult.
What's the Trandoshans? We need to know. What's the Trandoshan little general's name here?
Steve
Steve
the Trend. I don't know. I
the
missed it.
Trandoshan.
I want that to happen. I want there to be just a random normal name just pop up just once.
Steve the Trandoshan.
Yeah, like they go to some like, well, not even just the Transocean, just anywhere. Like they go to some random smuggler's hideout, and there's like all these crazy Star Wars names, and then there's like a creepy dude in the back, like holding a lightsaber, cleaning. Like, who's that? They're like, that's Steve.
I'm Steve.
Oh, hey, Steve. We don't really let him do anything.
He's
He
got
just
those
hangs out
super thick glasses, like Bubbles from Trailer Park Boys.
here.
Hey guys, I'm
He would be in
Steve.
this episode.
He's always asking if you took his
Hunting that goddamn
blaster.
Sam Squatch.
Yeah, dang on Sasquatch, man. Dang on, man, stuff.
So have we covered why the Trandoshans are there versus the Empire, and why there's clones helping the Trandoshans?
We have not. We got off on a thing.
Yeah.
Do you know?
Well, I think the Trandoshans probably worked a deal with the Empire because the Trandoshans love hunting Wookiees. Like,
Mm-hmm.
that's their thing.
They're
And they're like, sure, you want to. That doesn't cost us anything to let you guys have
Yeah.
a little bit
well,
in
and
that.
they're making a profit off the pelts too.
Yeah,
Mhm.
and they're not giving the new Empire tanks. They're using old Separatist tanks.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean,
Well,
that was
and then
short.
I don't think we've ever went into this, but the Wookiees live on it's a moon planet. Correct me if I'm wrong. And so there's the Trandoshans, and they're neighbors basically, and they're always fighting because the reptiles like to hunt the Wookiees, but like I think it's a resource thing too. I read about one time. And we know the Empire likes to strip planets of resources too.
Mm-hmm.
So they've been enemies for, I think, what is it, like hundreds of years, thousands of years?
Oh, I'm sure it's been since their existence.
So
Because I mean, if you go back to the Clone Wars, they captured Chewbacca and take him to their hunting
mhm,
moon, and him and Ahsoka team up and take down
that's
that.
right. Yeah.
Oh, they dropped him off the moon to hunt him?
Yeah, they captured Jedi, younglings, and Wookiees and different species, and they drop them off at their little jungle moon planet, and they go around hunting them. They have so much fun.
It's like predators.
I say it's more like surviving the game.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know, was that
kind of like a Hunger Game.
No, there's a movie
Right.
that came out in the 90s called Surviving the Game. It had like
I know what you're talking about. Yeah. Where they
uh,
hunted them.
yeah, it had like Ice-T and Gary Busey.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then because they've done lots of parodies of that, like American Dad, all them.
That's good.
You think Wrecker during this whole thing is like, I gotta drop the Wookiees off at the moon. And then he goes off around the corner. Too much Mantel mix.
There's some good record moments in this episode.
There really is.
They're really kind of leveraging that record comedic relief that's there at least once or twice an episode.
I'm for it. I like Wrecker.
Oh yeah.
Oh
He's
yeah.
a tank.
He's a tank. Okay, so where were we?
Minute
They
18 second.
are- Where are we in the
A
episode?
minute 18 seconds. Okay, so they're talking to the elder, and Hunter's telling her, you know, you don't have to do this alone. And she tells him, yeah, we do. And she leads all the Wookiees off.
Yeah, because they realize that there's that they're approaching, like they're soon to be under attack.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So now we get some
And they
real,
all go touch the tree.
real hippie stuff. Now I guess they're a bunch of tree huggers, really.
Really hippie stuff.
Well, I think this
Dirty
shows
Wookiee
how
tree huggers.
Wookiees are hippies. Look at them. They're furry. They don't like. They've got hairy armpits. They're out there
They
hugging
don't
trees.
bathe. They are.
They're hippies.
Oh my god. Except they'll rip off your arms if you win a game.
Yeah, they're just a bunch of damn dirty hippies.
Damn hippies. So basically, they're listening to the tree. They're listening to the trees. The trees tell them that they've got a plan and they're coming.
Reinforcing the hippie theory. They're probably
pretty
really
ridiculous.
high. I think that they were drinking, actually, probably just drinking whatever was in that little container. I'm going with ayahuasca.
Wookie hippie juice.
No, it's definitely galactic ayahuasca. And Mhm,
You
we
were
just-
waiting for that one, weren't you?
No, that just came to me. But
Oh, bravo, sir. Bravo.
thank you. Yeah, they're just. And now we'll have Space Joe Rogan show up and tell him about how awesome it is.
It's like, and now you're gonna have to eat yeah. Something penis.
We're having. Did you say transdimensional experience? No, transdotion. They're right there. We gotta-
Transdimensional. They're right there.
Uh-huh.
Did we talk about who that Wookiee was that he saved to?
Was he the darker Wookiee?
Yeah.
One of them was. Oh, I had it pulled up. I forgot his name.
Yeah, I was wondering why you didn't bring that up.
Because we got off on a thing about hippies.
Yeah, that's true.
That was Chief Tarful
From
from episode 3. Last
Yep,
scene
we-
there.
We saw him in the movie.
Yep. He's back.
Hey fellas, I'm back.
So we get a lot of. I like this pause right here because we've got the blue blaster from who's shooting there? Is that Tech?
It's Tech.
Yeah, you got Tech shooting the blue blaster. You've got one Wookiee. I think that maybe Chief
Excellent
Tarful
trust, he always has blue blaster.
throw, firing off his. We got the green, laser crossbow, and then we got Omega's very pink regular bow. Lots of color. If it was red, we'd have full RGB set up there, but
God, I would love that.
and so now they're fending off the Transdoshans and are the what I hit? What'd I do? Did they have the troopers with them? I thought they did.
They did. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ben got so inspired, for those of you who are watching the video, by the hippie Wookiees that
Mhm.
he went to go start a fund for them. That's why he's gone right now.
He does live in the very green Pacific Northwest, so
He does. He's going to commune with trees right now.
everything smells like cedar and skunks. So there's
I smell manly.
so they've communed the trees had a plan. Did they already get to the part where the trees had a plan? I don't know. Lots of
Yeah, they
lessons
did.
going on.
That's why they're corralling them right now.
Mhm.
Okay, that was one of my favorite parts right there. Wrecker and one of the Wookiees is in a tree. This is very, very. Does this remind you of Return of the Jedi?
Oh yeah.
When they jump down onto the ATST? This is reminiscent to me of that. You had a Wookiee and, well, not really a small guy, but because it's Wrecker, but then Wrecker does his Wookiee roar. That was just great.
I was waiting to see some of them like donning some like ODM gear and start swinging through the trees and just like slice them in the back. Yeah, just slice them all in the back of the neck. Yeah.
And then one of the Wookiees is called Levi.
And his name's Armin.
That's Attack on Titan reference for those of you who don't get it.
Yeah, I hope you get it. Anyway, and so the Avatar creatures land, and they start. Oh yeah, there we go. Gunji gets mad. Finally pulls out his lightsaber, and he's just going ham. Like he could have done this in the beginning. He could have chopped off the barrel to the flamethrower tank, but he didn't.
He's the worst Padawan ever.
I don't know. Well, he's out of practice.
He is out of practice.
Get some really Keystone Cops action from the Transdoshans here, setting each other on fire. You should go back and overlay that over that.
Oh, that'd be great. Then we see the Wookiees banging on the trees, which you think they wouldn't because the trees gave them the plan.
No, they're activating
Oh,
the
they're
trees.
communicating.
Yeah, that's how you That's how you communicate with trees. You beat the shit out of them, and then they start summoning the little. What are those
Weird.
things again? Whatever they were, the
They're
giant
weird looking with their
praying
one little
mantis
arm.
things.
Because
Yeah.
Or like a praying mantis look to them, but without the face.
Or the
Slightly
coolness.
derpy.
they are slightly derpy.
And all
And then
the
what's
fire.
his name is just burning the forest.
Yeah, that transition. What was his name? What's his name? Steve. So Steve's
Steve.
got the flamethrower out.
Steve.
And he's burned himself into a circle.
I love this scene too, because oh crap, no, not this part. Hold on, there it is. Like the Ring of Fire fight. Like we really need some Johnny Cash.
Yes, we need to overlay Johnny Cash to that part.
Dun, dun,
Oh, yeah.
dun, 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 dun.
It's a Wookiee. He's on fire.
Yeah, but if you could do it in like the Wookiee voice.
Boom, boom, boom.
I love this too. Like, okay, they're in the ring, the fire pit of death, and the whatever the things are. Oh, dang it! Hold on, I'll go back and find their names again. Are they Venmore? Both trans creature and a Transdoshan Venomore. No, never mind. Venomore is something different. Whatever
Venomore's
those.
the name of the guy, Steve.
Oh, Bobo Venomore. Okay, never mind. What are these things called that are? Kind of... I was wrong
You
the
call
whole
him
damn
one
time.
Steve, them Venomore.
I don't know what's going on.
You call
All I
him
know-
Wrecker Gungy.
Yeah, all I know is that from this scene right here with them coming down in the back, you can see right there, everything's on fire.
Everything is on fire.
Yep,
Burning.
just burning.
Burn.
They
And we're
are
gonna burn,
Kinrath.
burn, burn.
Yeah, and just right on the outside of the ring, if you look close enough, you'll see Mephisto
Burn.
watching
Oh,
from the
piss
edge.
off!
How did you not see that coming?
That's why I stopped.
like-
I'm like, I'm like, oh, here it is. No, it's not. Yeah, it is. So
Well, I thought he might have been going that way, then he didn't. Then I'm like, oh, then I let my guard down.
mhm.
Those
And I don't
spider
feel good
things are
anyway.
called Kinraths.
They're called
Kinrath.
Kinraths.
Kinrath.
Didn't they used to run around with like a little smaller version? And
Minrath.
Joe Kinraths and
Crystal Cave. They're in the Crystal Cave. Kinrath. I'm looking at them. Oh, yeah. Oh, God, those things are derpy. They got like an underbite.
they
Like
are
that-
super derpy.
Almost looks like they have two mouths. Am I wrong in that?
Well, they're angry. They got all them mouths and no teeth. And no toothbrush. No,
They
hold
ain't
on.
got no
Let's do the other way
teeth.
around. All them teeth. Never mind. I screwed that one up. Whatever. Carry on.
Carry on.
I
They're
butchered
finding
that.
them on multiple planets, apparently. They're not just from Kashyyyk.
Oh, they're on Dantooine.
Mm-hmm.
Where else are they?
They're like
Homeworld,
space
Dantooine. and they're-
cockroaches. Then they're all drinking some sort of alcohol.
We missed the part during the battle when like the Wookiees were doing their battle cry and Wrecker was like trying to emulate it.
No, he didn't. We
Like-
said that when he jumped down from the tree.
Oh, okay. Never mind. We got it.
Yep. No, I love that part. Next thing you know, you see Gungi and Omega communing with the trees.
She's very impressionable. Like anybody that they find, like I want to do what they're doing.
You think
She
any
doesn't have any-
faction? Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say she doesn't have anything. Her clone brothers and Camamoans. I mean,
And she's a young girl too, like a preteen, or is she a teen at this point?
She's old. She's like, well, would she be 18? How old? Let's see. How old technically are the
Here.
Batch? Did we figure how old are the Bad Batch? Like in actual years, not in
Oh, I don't know. I don't think we ever figured that out.
how old are the Bad Batch? I'm gonna find it.
But
Google will tell me.
She's super
Omega is
impressionable.
somewhere between 13 and 15. I would
She's
say
a
she's
teen.
closer to 13.
So do you think she's meeting all these factions, and then next thing you know, she walks into Sid's bar, like she's either dressed like the smugglers guys, or like she's into her Wookiee phase. She's wearing like cloaks and stuff, and she's like, "You don't understand me, Hunter."
There we go. Chronologically, the guys are about 13. 12. Or Echo's a little younger. Biologically, they're like 26, 24, 26. So Echo, how old is Echo?
I had a quick question.
Yeah.
Is this the first time Omega has experienced a Jedi on the show?
I think so.
Oh. Because we haven't seen Ahsoka.
Nope.
Ahsoka's in hiding at this point.
Mm-hmm.
I think it might be the first time she's encountered a Jedi. No, I bet she's encountered a Jedi when she was on.
No, in the show, not on Camino.
Oh, not in Camino. Okay,
Because on
the
Camino,
show,
they
then, yeah.
probably,
Oh, I guarantee
Lana
she's
Sue or
encountered a
whatever
Jedi,
would
yeah.
have probably kept her a little bit more secret so that the Jedi don't know what they're up to with her.
Right. But I think you're right.
Because like Shakti is always on Camino, and is it Poof or Puff or some long neck?
Let's go with
Jedi.
Poof.
Poof.
I like Poof.
It just sounds funner.
Like on
funnier.
Harry Potter. Poof.
Poof. So, okay.
Anyway.
So,
Just something maybe to think about and keep
I
in the
like
back of our
that.
minds.
What was
well,
it?
then,
Oh crap. Didn't Windu go there several times? I was thinking
Mhm.
Mace Windu went.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
well, and so did Anakin and Obi-Wan.
oh yeah. But as far as the show goes, it's probably the first time she's seen one in action.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's true.
They're just walking around in robes.
Yeah. Like look at these guys.
Look, this guy just got out of the shower.
Yeah. Get presentable.
Get presentable. Well, and who was the clone or the Jedi who was in charge of the clone facility?
Shakti's always the one. When the Bad Batch shows
Mhm.
up, it's Shakti's hand that comes out from underneath the blanket. Or
Yeah.
Shakti is the one. She's the Togruta, same as Ahsoka.
Okay. So it was
She
Shakti.
got the big white.
So I bet Omega. Well, see, that's what kind of bugs me about this is we see one thing when they executed Order 66 in the movies, right?
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
But then when they executed it and destroyed the facility in the Bad Batch, we see another. Like, we don't see the Jedi that are stationed there.
Correct.
So,
But
well,
this-
I mean, I guess that's two different points of view.
Yeah.
Now that I'm saying this out loud, but it almost seems like it contradicts itself a little bit to me. Like I said, I could be totally off on that, but just a
Sure.
thought.
Surely there wouldn't be plot holes in Star Wars.
No, his Captain Kirk shows up. Where are we?
I don't think there's a plot hole with the Order 66 between what we see in the movie, what we see in Clone Wars, what we see in Bad Batch. We're just seeing different aspects of it.
Okay, yeah, I'll go with that.
Like we see Ahsoka's whole ordeal, and then it's cool that in the Tales of the Jedi we say that Anakin has actually trained her to survive Order 66, and then in the movies we see the Anakin in a glimpse of like the High Council, their aspect, their downfall, and then in the Bad Batch we see Caleb Dooms or Kanan Jarrus, whichever way you want to call him there. That whole thing, and then when the Bad Batch shows back up, and if you know that there's Jedi at the clone facilities, then you know that they've taken those ones out as well. And we see that, like, okay, everyone's on board with this except for the Bad Batch.
Right.
So
I get
don't
that.
see a whole lot of holes.
I've heard that about you.
Sorry.
We lost Kyle on that
That's
one.
a long setup.
Yep.
Sorry if I rambled.
No, you're fine. Dude, this is the show. You don't have to ever apologize.
Well, he says he doesn't listen, so
Yeah, that's
Huh?
true too.
What? What was that?
I mean, to the show.
The
Sorry.
text translating. And basically, that's the end of the episode.
Do we talk about Ahsoka going up to the tree?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's what we're talking about, like being super impressionable.
Yeah.
Ahsoka.
Did I say so? Omega, sorry.
Yeah,
I know what
I'm
you
like,
meant.
I'm like, no, there's no Ahsoka in this episode.
I took that
Unless
one a minute to click.
You
but I knew
saw
what
an
he
Easter
meant.
egg I didn't.
That was a good episode.
I
think-
like
Great
that
episode.
episode. Like
Very,
I
very
said,
good.
I think it's getting better the further along we're getting. So I'm really excited to do next week's episode. It's a two-parter. Of course, we're only going to cover one, but I think it is so much fun because this is, to me, is this episode where it started picking up, and next episode, when we discuss it, like I want to know more about Senate politics because this next episode.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah. So, what did you guys think? You tell us.
Excuse me. Put it in the Discords. I had a yawn sneak up on me out of nowhere.
I don't know. It hit you.
Yeah, we got there's an episode feedback channel in the Discord. Questions, you guys talk about it amongst yourselves with us. What do you think? What did we miss? Because we probably missed lots of stuff as we do. Or did we find something cool that you just didn't even think about? So check it out. Join in that conversation. Again, like I said, Discord's free. And make sure you guys, hit that like, that follow, that subscribe, whatever it is. So you can be notified when we do another one of these every Monday. Ben, thanks for being on the show again.
Yeah, thanks for
appreciate
having
it,
me.
man.
Sorry for zoning out.
We're all just like shit today, I think, is what it is. I mean, I'm dragging. We're all dragging.
Absolutely.
But it's fine. We powered through.
It's fine. It's fine.
Mhm.
So, yeah, just let us know what you think.
Mhm.
So, with that, this has been Every Man's Guide to Nerddom. I'm Chris.
And I'm Kyle. Wherever you guys are, please have a great evening, morning, nighttime, whatever time it is, wherever you are. And please be good to each other.
Stay fresh, cheese bags.
Nerd
See ya.
culture rise up. It could get elevated. Nerd could rise up. It could get elevated. Nerdcore used to be just a made up word. MCs shied away.